Another morning, another day of grain hauling. At the elevator this morning, ready to unload, but then also hit the road to get over to the fields and start harvesting. So today is October 29th. It's technically day 3.5 of harvest. So far it's been going well. There's times where you want to be able to obviously tow these wagons with the 9200 just to make it easier. So I couldn't for the life of me get the hitch off, the Clevis style. I've tried heating it up. I've tried big breaker bar with a pipe attached to it, and I'm assuming it's never probably come off. So I got a big 1.5 inch by 13 inch hitch pin. It's just gonna go from up top to down below. Is it ideal? No, but should it work? I mean, I know it works, so. But it sure makes it easier to get the wagons back to the field without making extra trips, so. Yeah, as long as it works. Well, it's time to get the combine around. Not around. I blew it off last night. For anybody that hasn't done it, I feel like I was really slow to catch on to the trend, but having the battery powered leaf blower at the end of the day is great. It gets off all the dust. It may not be pleasant, but it actually makes it a lot nicer. So there's some dust on the side that just wasn't ever going to come off, but for the most part got everything blown off. So just checking the oils and getting it warmed up. Good. Good. If I can walk up. Thing looks good in there. Okay, time to get fired up. Absolutely beautiful morning to be able to start corn for the day. Obviously I've been running, but I'm gonna have to dry off the windows. Wrong way. Hi, beautiful. Fires right up. Get some heat going in here, but also I'll just dry off the windows so I can get going faster. Well, it wouldn't be fall harvest without me walking down the little 2-track shuttling equipment. Although, obviously, if you just saw, doing it a little bit different this year, leveraging the 9200 to help with this hill. Worked for the first one. So now took one additional step and used the 9200 to pull them into the field. Guess we'll see. I'm hoping that works. Probably for this first one, I'm gonna not fill them as much to make sure, one, I get them out of the field, and two, that it can still pull the hill. With the last ones, I had those 650 bushels full, and on the sand part of the hill, the 9200 was churning, but she pulled it up. So I'm gonna maybe try being still a little bit more conservative this time, just to make sure, because hate to have them stuck in the field or not pull the hill. But now I'm back to the combine, so I actually get to get going again. Oh, cab corn, really? I hadn't thought that I would be filling it that much. The corn's a lot drier, so usually I go off weight in the combine. But I mean, theoretically, the corn's drier, less weight. Shouldn't be as heavy to pull, but I just make sure pins, chain, pin. All good. We'll try it. not on hook because these will get taken to the elevator with the 8245R. Tires on this 9200 are expensive, so we're not gonna have it go up and down the road too many times unnecessary. But I'm just thankful I made it. That was good. Well, I was thankful to use the 9200 to get these wagons up the hill. Out of the field and up the hill. And then actually, perfect timing, because my mom is back with 2 empty ones. So we'll put the 8245R on these wagons just because there's no sense of wearing out tires on that tractor. But these are full, like full. Just for some perspective on this hill, what we have is obviously soft sand for a good portion of it up there. You can see one year I came with the loader and tried to scrape some of the looser sand away, and then it is kind of a upgrade or a little grade. So what I really want is come in with a bulldozer, widen out the driveway, make it more, gonna have to go into the field a little bit to do more of a gentle grade or gentle slope on this side, but the driveway really needs to be flat from side to side. You're always going to have a little bit of the hill, but if it means taking away some of the field, I think it would be okay to make this a better driveway. It doesn't get used too much, but the slight problem is the farm that we rent this ground to, they keep wanting to work right up to the edge, and my equipment's pretty wide too, so you end up just having to go into the field because you can't just hug the tree line with the branches the way they are. So but it could stand to come in with the bulldozer, widen it out, and then gosh, if my brother watches this, he's gonna say, Kevin, you sound out of shape. Which I think I am, must be, because kind of huffing. It's a problem when you just sit in the combine. My mom said all the hard work of emptying out the wagons at the elevator. Well, I've just been sitting in the combine. Need to lay off the lunch. But I have been really happy about being able to use the 9200. Obviously I had this last year but I didn't have a hitch pin that I wanted. I felt good about using, so I didn't want to chance that. But it does make a world of difference having the 8 tires and the weight and the overall horsepower too. It's able to get through that sand spot, and that's the biggest issue. Is the 8245R can pull this steeper part of the hill somewhat, but it has to get through that sand first. And the wagons, even when I removed all of that sand, still had issues. So what are you doing, Huds?
I am harvesting.
Combining corn?
Combining.
Well, harvesting, that is the right word. You're in the driver's seat all by yourself.
Yep.
Well, Daddy's in the buddy seat. Daddy never rides in the buddy seat that much.
Never rides with it.
Yeah. You gotta line that outer edge up with that outside row, okay? You gotta go a little bit to the left.
Oh, left.
Okay, hit number 3.
3.
Yeah. Good job. Now speed up just a little bit. Good job.